What's up, guys? Welcome to my first YouTube stream. Hopefully, yeah, that started. All right, cool. So, welcome to my kitchen. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make some crepes. Let me set up my phone quickly so that I can like look at your chat and stuff. For anyone that wants to, talk and stuff. There we go. Okay. We're solid. We are ready to rock. Alrighty, so today, start off my first stream, I thought I would do something fairly easy that is also tasty. Can be used both in savory and sweet things, and it's going to be crepes. So, got all my ingredients here already set up for it. So, I'm just going to do a quick run through of everything you'll need. Super easy, super simple. So, to do maybe about 2 to 4 crepes, you're going to need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, about a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of milk, and half a cup of water. And then everything else will be thrown into fillings. We'll probably do a couple of these because I know my first flip is going to be pretty bad. So let's get started on it. So, let's see. How do you know? Did you not make crepes yesterday? I did not make crepes yesterday, actually. Uh, so I did not make crepes yesterday. I was talking, and I just didn't out of busyness from work. But I am really pumped. I actually should have brought some of my curry from yesterday. That would have been pretty bomb in a crepe. Sorry, I'm like super awkward in front of cameras, but my awkwardness, don't let that detain from how delicious this meal is going to be. All right, so let's start off with pouring our flour into a mixing bowl. I also forgot to mention you'll need 2 eggs as a binder. So we're going to pour in the flour, and we're going to pour in some of the salt. We'll just do about a teaspoon of salt. This is like my entire salt collection. I have to buy more. Right? And we're gonna crack in the eggs. And toss in the butter. And we're gonna whisk that up a bit. Once it's got more of a thicker consistency with the flour mixed in with the egg, we'll add in the water and the milk. So it's gonna look super clumpy because you are lacking fluid, so kind of super doughy. We're gonna add our milk next. Just pay no mind to the splashing milk everywhere. So that should help loosen up the crepe batter quite a bit. So it's starting to loosen up very well. So we're gonna add in our water as well. And just keep stirring it. What you're going to want for your crepe batter is you're going to want a thinner pancake consistency. Let's clump up in the whisk. There we go. You're going to want like a very thin pancake consistency, like when you get like the Bisquick batter, and you just add in some. You get the Bisquick batter and you just add some too much water. We want it kind of thin like that because we're just going to be like coating the bottom of the pan with it. Oh, speaking of, I'm going to get my heat started. Alright, I apologize in advance if my timing's a little off. My brain can get a little scattered with cooking. So that's pretty close to the consistency that we're going to be looking at. So it's pretty thin. I actually might need to add a little more flour. But we'll see with the first one. Alright, so while I have the pan heating up, I'm going to, our first crepe is going to actually be a dessert crepe. One that I see like for every place that sells crepes and is really bomb. It's my personal favorite. Is a strawberry Nutella crepe. So with me I got some Nutella, like Nutella sauce, I've just mixed in a little bit of half and half, just to thin it out a bit so I can like squeeze it. But that's really not necessary. You can really just do it with just spreading it on, like it's normally what I do. Alright, so for this we're going to need about, let's say, 4 strawberries. And you're going to want to thinly slice them. So I will, let me get a quick one set up quickly. Show how thin they should be. So maybe something along that line. Just get up closer. So something like that. So, and technically you can do it, and like you can have it as thin or thick as you want. I personally am more of a thin strawberry guy. I think it works really well. So, and slicing that up, we'll check our pan. So our pan's starting to get pretty hot. And I totally forgot to pull out a rubber spatula. That's going to help us with scraping up the sides a bit. Today I'm going to be using some butter spray, so like ham, butter spray, anything like that. I do not have any maple syrup because I am kind of low on my budget right now, but maple syrup could go pretty bomb with it, like mixing in with the Nutella and the strawberries and stuff like that. I think that's something that I'll have to try out next time when I have more funds. Alright, so you're going to want to do a nice coating on your pan, especially if it's a pan like mine where it's just been beaten to all hell and back. So, because we're gonna try to flip it, and hopefully I can get a nice good flip. So for crepes, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just put in like a very minimal amount for a, what is that, a 10-12 inch pan. You're going to want maybe like a 1/4 cup measurement, so maybe half of that. Actually, a full, that should be fine. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to place it on, and we're just going to like let it spread out. Try our best to spread out. I may have added too much butter spray. So let that cook up a bit. So see how it's got a nice, it's pretty loose, so it's easy for me to flip. For those that are unsure of flipping, one thing that's helped me practice a lot when I was going to school was my teacher would tape my hand to the pan, because it's all in a wrist motion. That's what makes it. And it's too much. I can still do this. It's all in a wrist motion to do a flip. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to lean your crepe a little to the edge and flip it. So it's pretty close. I think that was pretty close for the first crepe, but the next one will be better. So we're going to let that cook up a bit. And let's see how our first crepe is. Since I have plenty of batter, I can definitely make like another few more. So this first one, we're just gonna like try out the consistency, see what could have changed. Okay. So it's actually pretty good. I could have cooked it a bit longer. Could have cooked it for maybe another 30 seconds. Maybe do like a minute and a half both sides. And then that should be not as of a gooey texture. And I should have mixed in some sugar to it, give it a little sweetness. So let me grab some sugar from my pantry that's out of view. And we're probably going to do maybe about 2 teaspoons of sugar. Mix that in. So put that in. Stir it up a bit. Alrighty, let's give this next one a try. Oh, what a good breakfast, man. I do really love strawberries and whipped cream. I wish I got some heavy whipping cream, and then I could have made some whipped cream on the spot. But we'll save that for another one, for another dish that I'll make. Because whipped cream is like my cheat food, I guess. Whipped cream and sugared ice cream. Those are my cheat foods. Alrighty, so we're gonna try that again. We're gonna do another quarter cup. Alright, I'm gonna let that spread around a bit. Oh, that's a nicer spread. Alright, so that was really good. That's more filling, filled out more of the pan. So, oh man, this pan's loose. Alright, so I probably should have added a little more butter, but that's starting to look really good. So nice consistency on the outside. So I'll let that cook off for another 30 seconds. I'm gonna add a little more butter spray to it, just so that I can flip it easier, because it is getting a little stuck to the pan. So there we go. All right, so now I'm gonna try that again, round two. See if I can flip it all the way. There we go. That's a good flip right there. There we go. Cooked it a little much on this side. My pan is a little hot right now, but it looks really good. It still looks really good. I'm really excited to try it. So let's get our first plate down. So we'll move these things out of the way. And we're gonna add our strawberries. When we finish cutting these bad boys up. Alright. So we'll spread them out throughout the pan. And then if this thing wants to move off, then we could get it onto the plate. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So we're gonna, oh my God, there it goes. Alrighty, so we're gonna do a little removal. So I don't really want to do like a trifold for a crepe. So something along that. So always make sure your pan is greased up enough so that when you are releasing the crepe onto the plate, you can do like a little extra flip so that it does that little trifold. I still have plenty more crepe dough, so let's see if I can do another one. Oh, trust me, Ed. I am like, it took me a lot of practice to get it down. Like, I worked at a Nutella sauce. I worked at a breakfast joint for like a good 6 months to a year, and that's the only way. And since we had to make eggs all the time, that's the only way that I really learned how to do it, was making like hundreds of eggs a day. So that's our strawberry Nutella crepe. I'm really excited to try it. So let's take a nice bite of this sucker. All right. You know, my favorite thing about being an adult is that I can have dessert before, dinner or breakfast. So sweets are always the best. That's probably why I'm a little bit on the thicker side. That's pretty damn good. If I could feed people through my phone, I would have you guys try this. This is pretty bomb. That sugar really helped a lot with the crepe. I added more depth to it, made it really good. Oh, I love Nutella so much, Ed. Like, it's like my instant go-to. I could put it on everything, like everything sweet. Like I would make a Nutella cake if I could bake a cake well enough. Maybe that's something that I can try to do, like on the stream, sometime in the future. Alrighty, so round 3. I think this is gonna be the one that we get perfectly. So I'm gonna throw in a little extra spray. Alright, do a little mixing, because slowly separates because of reasons. Oil, I think. Let's see, oil. There is no oil. I couldn't tell you, but a lot of the thicker material of the dough tends to separate. Alright, so let's do that again. So, 2 ounces, quarter cup. We're gonna spread it. Alright, yeah, that's looking good. Alright, we're gonna let that cook for a minute. While we're letting that cook, I think we can start prepping for our. I should get like a mini trash can or something. Use that. I think we should start prepping our next crepe, which is going to be more of a savory crepe. It's going to be kind of my take on a Florentine. So let's get that flip in. There we go. Add a little more spray so you can slide her right on. I'm gonna throw in a couple more strawberries. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I don't know how a lot of like famous streamers do this stuff, man. I feel so weird. But maybe I'm just like camera shy, that's probably it. But I do really love making food, and I love showing my technique and my passion to people, so I think this is a good way to reach more people than working at the little cafe I'm at right now. Alright, so let's see if we can do it this time. I don't think so. It's still being a little painful. Well, I will take it. Close enough. None of them have to be perfect. I think this still looks beautiful. So here, get a little close up on that. Sorry about the focus. There we go. Sorry about the camera quality. I'm using my old iPhone to help stream everything. All right, so let's do a little bit of Nutella. There we go. Look at that. Now that's something you'd find at like a hotel buffet. Look at that. It's beautiful. Nice spread. Looks fancy. I'm totes going to take a picture of that. Just want to, since I also have an Instagram account. I like to keep my Instagram pretty updated with everything that I do. So you can follow me at I'm Riding Soto. It's IMRIDING. I'll probably like add a link. Oh my God, what do you want, Carlos? I see I'm being watched by my brother, so he's in my home. Yeah, he is in my home. Hello, Carlos. Hello, Al. Alrighty, so take a quick picture. Oh geez, have you playing on the TV in the living room. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Mom. Alrighty, so we're going to, yeah, my brothers are creeps. Thanks, guys, I appreciate it. All the exposure I can get, plus I could use some feedback, so we're going to take a quick little picture, and then maybe we'll cut her open. Got my other knife for doing things like this, so there we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it closed. There's not enough strawberries in there. Alright. So next thing we're gonna do, after I scrape all this Nutella crepe onto one plate, And we're gonna quickly wash this plate off. So I'm gonna, while I'm doing some quick washing, I'm gonna respond to some of your comments. So, love you playing, we love you too, Nathaniel, thanks guys. Crepes or crepes? Yeah, no, it's definitely both. You know, my brothers are crepes, and I'm making crepes, so it works pretty well. So, there goes my salt. Alrighty, so next we are going to chop up some veggies, and we're going to work on a savory Florentine crepe. For that, we're going to need a new pan, so stainless steel, whatever works for you. And we're going to see, we got, for our Florentine crepe, I'm going to be using about a half a cup spinach, about a half a cup, maybe like a quarter of a bell pepper diced, 2 eggs, and some ricotta cheese, because ricotta is bomb in everything, and I never use it, so what a better time to start than now. Alright, so start off, we're going to cut off a part of our bell pepper. Make sure to remove any stems and seeds. You don't want any of that stuff. Not that it's necessarily bad, but you know, that's not what we're after. We're not after the wee bit of spice that it can give off. And you're going to want to cut it into, oh, where's my bigger knife? Yeah. This one's a bit more sharper. So we're going to want to cut them into thin strips. Cut it into thin strips. So maybe a little thinner than that, but that should work for what we're doing. So little strips, and then we're gonna dice it up. So that should leave us with maybe about a quarter cup of bell peppers. All right, so put that aside. Actually, yeah, we'll put this aside for now. So we're gonna start heating up our egg plate, or egg pan. I'm going to use a little bit of oil. My go-to is always vegetable oil. A lot lighter and doesn't have much of doesn't add any real flavor to the egg. I do love extra virgin olive oil, but it's also a bit pricier. And if I'm going virgin, I'm only getting the best. Bad. All right. Cool, I got 5 viewers. Hello, 5 viewers. Hello. I make horrible jokes. Wow, that thing heated up really fast. All right. So my heat is on too high. I'm gonna lower it down a couple notches. You don't want to burn the oil. You don't want the oil to be smoking. It wants to be loose, kind of like I guess like a watery loose. And that's how you know it's hot. So we're going to add some bell peppers. Nice little sizzle right there. And I always use rubber spatulas. Metal spoons and things I'll normally use to serve, but not to mix, just because I don't want to scratch up my pans. We love the Smurf. Thanks for loving the Smurf in my head. Maybe once I'm finished with my cooking stream, or not done with the stream, but done cooking this, I can show you guys my wild and crazy hair. All right, so now that we've sauteed up the bell peppers a bit, I like a little crunch in my bell pepper, so I'll only saute them for maybe about 30-45 seconds. Now we're going to wilt our spinach. And then while that's wilting, I am going to grab our eggs, get those ready. So spinach is looking pretty wilted right now. What I'm going to do next is put in our eggs. Alright, so 2 eggs in. You can either pre-mix them early or just put them in as is. Definitely, I like mixing it in here. I like having the mix of the yellow and the white. looks more like a real egg, because there is like pre-bagged eggs that some businesses use that have like citric acid in it, which is basically lemon juice. But you know, the fun part about all that is that you could drink it. So I like to at least know that my eggs look real. Alright, wash my hands a bit. When you visit, you should cook like this for us. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I say maybe, but I know it's a definitely. Oh no, my music stopped. It is a definitely, because I do love cooking. I can make fancy stuff like this, and I would need a sucker. Focus on them chickens. Oh my God, Joseph. Look at that. So my heat is. Ooh, did that off? No. Okay. My electric stove is a little wonky, so sometimes the heat does go out. But I think it's all right. So our eggs are just about finished. I'll normally do a soft scramble on them. And I'll normally do just a soft scramble, so it means they're going to be a little bit wet. But with them being a little bit wet, they're going to keep cooking anyway from the heat of the pan. And while that's finishing off, we're going to start on our crepe. Alrighty, round 4. This is the one, guys. So, some ricotta cheese. If I can open this thing. I have knives for this. There we go. This ain't Pigeon with Bobbish. You don't need to apologize about the grill. What? Does he apologize about his stuff all the time? Man, I figured that dude would have like a lot of money, so like apologizing about stuff he has is just like he has it because he's got money. Alright, so move that little bit. So our pan's feeling pretty hot. Do a little more spray. A little spoon for my ricotta. So do a little mix around. And now let's get round 4 in and see how this turns out. A little mix. We're gonna do 1/4 cup. Do a smidgen more this time. Alright, and we're gonna mix that around. Spread it in the pan. Alrighty, so that's a pretty big omelet. That's gonna be nice. So we're gonna let that cook up a bit. While I'm waiting, we use our spatula to hit the edges so that it doesn't get stuck. Even though usually the biggest concern is the middle, but that should be sprayed pretty well. Ooh, maybe not sprayed enough. Pull it back a bit. We'll let that cook for another 30 seconds. Check on our eggs. Yeah, those are ready to go. Alright. And we got some ricotta cheese right here. So our crate's about ready to flip. If only there was a guest star, man. Shit, I don't know where you're at. I would rate your stream right now. Yeah, have I not told you where I live, Joseph? Or Clyde? Like maybe not, shoot. I have to have you over. Have some like fun. Guest appearance on every stream, that would be great. It would be hard to do. My kitchen is really small. Like there's like maybe like another 1.5 feet of kitchen space. That's just my pantry from what you guys see. Alright, so now we're gonna mix in our egg. Alright, we're gonna put our egg stuff on top. So soft scrambled. We do a little bit of ricotta cheese. Make it sound all fancy and stuff. And ooh, yeah, there we go. Alright. And now we're gonna fold her up. Yeah. Pretty close. Alright, and that is our savory crepe. So I cooked it a little too much, so you see a little brown, but I think that looks nicer. Alright, so let me get another fork. Tiny fork. And let's see, the family's worried about their favorite son. I thought Mary was the favorite son. Maybe I was wrong. So, ooh, that's not good. All right, so we're gonna cut it open. Let's see how it looks on the inside. Looks very mushy. The ricotta cheese, so you can see a little bit of the spinach, some of the bell peppers, and the ricotta cheese just kind of mixed in within it. Like remember the camera's right there, so I keep looking like to the left, and it's just like, what's he looking at? All right, so let's try this bad boy. That's pretty good. That is pretty effing good. I think what I should have added is obviously some salt that I spilled everywhere. So I'm gonna just flip this open because we're gonna add in the herbs, see how it tastes afterwards. So a little bit of salt, and then I have cumin somewhere. I think cumin would have been pretty bomb here. So right here, so cumin, fancy little jar because I love my spices. All right, so maybe a smidgen of cumin. Just let that spread in. Oh, you know what I could do? I could make like a honey ricotta cheese and turn that into a dessert thing. That would be pretty bomb. Maybe I'll try that for something else next time. Alright, so now that I added it, the cumin and salt, let's try it out. So I can keep it together. Yeah, that's what it needed. I'm a big fan of cumin. I use it in almost everything, from my curries to my tacos and seasoning pretty much everything. So I think it's a great addition to it. Oh, we're gonna be great later. All right, so I think that's about it for our crepe session. So now that I'll do a little quick cleanup. You know, read your comments, and you know we'll move on to the last bit of it, which is going to be making a mixed drink. I really like mixed drinks, and I'm no bartender. I can't make like some elderflower drink, elderflower liqueur drink, but I can make like some pretty simple stuff that I like to drink, and I'd like to share with you guys. So while I'm cleaning, I'm going to read your comments and, you know, release the beast. So this is my hair. It's very blue. It's very Smurfish. So get up close, just like, look at that. It's gorgeous. It's my pride and joy, is my Smurfness. Thank you, Al. I've been learning how to take cheap foods, make them taste better. I already got hamburger helpers down. Nice. Nice, Joseph. Hamburger helpers is always solid. It's always good. And there's always ways to improve them. So that's really exciting to hear. I definitely have to have you on it. Have to have you in my stream, especially since you're like 10-15 minutes away. Like super close. Alright, so cleaning. Smurfy boy. I am the Smurfy boy. Ooh, I just spilled water on my floor. I'm the Smurfiest of boys, and I can guarantee you I've had at least like all of my coworkers and some customers tell me that. So like I think I have to like do a different hair color next time. Nothing's so blue. Okay, so ricotta, put that in my fridge, my stuffed fridge. It's never this full, so I'm pretty excited about that. Alright, put this aside. Let's see, get our drink stuff ready. Try making the drink. I sent you sometime. I will. I just have to put in a little extra bit of money for like coconut milk and stuff. Nate got some cake. I got lots of cake. I don't know what that means. I'm scared. Alright, so for our next drink we're going to be doing, drink today, we are going to be doing a White Russian. This is one that I drink sometimes, But I think considering like doing kind of breakfasty things, Kahlua is a rum and coffee licorice drink. I think that would pair well with your savory Florentine crepe, or maybe having it with a lighter version of the Nutella strawberry crepe. So what we're gonna need is we're gonna need some Kahlua, the vodka, if I can remember where I put it, some vodka, and normally I'd recommend using heavy cream, but because it's like $3 for heavy cream, I'm just gonna use half and half instead, so it still has that creaminess. Alright, so open those up, and I don't have any ice cubes, so what I do is I normally freeze my alcohol so that it keeps that chill factor. Let's see. There we go. So we're going to be using a third cup, which is about 3 ounces. Do you like virgin drinks, or do you only like alcoholic drinks? I like both. I really, I'm not picky. I like alcoholic drinks because alcohol. I do really like virgin drinks. Like that's what I used to drink a lot when I was a kid, going to restaurants with my parents, with my fam. So I'm not picky as long as it's tasty. All right. So first, we're gonna need 2 ounces of vodka. This isn't 2 ounces. This is like 3.3 something ounces. So I'm only going to fill it up a bit. That's a pretty big glass. I guess we could fill it all the way. So there's what, 3 ounces? So it's like 1.5 the recipe. And then for this, we're going to need 1.5 ounces of Kahlua. So that's about 1.5 right there. And then it's going to be 2 ounces of, or 1.5 ounces of cream, half and half. So, yeah, beautiful. And we'll stir it up a bit. Red chopstick, because I have like 30 chopsticks in there. And let's try it out. Super simple, super basic. I think there's like, you can always add more like cinnamon or something to it, but I think something easy is a good start for my first stream. That's pretty bomb. My personal recommendation, I would add a little more cream next time, and maybe a little bit more Kahlua, because since it's asked for more vodka, it's very present. I think balancing out the Kahlua and the vodka would help make it taste better. Alrighty, so I think I'm going to end my stream here. This has been a good first stream. I'm looking forward to making more things. I have more ideas planned. Like I went out and I bought some corn flour, so I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make some corn tortillas from scratch. And we'll do some tacos, we'll make some curry, we'll do tons of things. It's gonna be fun, and I'm really excited, and I think this is gonna be like a good thing to like help me really get into the YouTube thing. I could pole dance. No, I can't. I can't. I have family watching, sir. My family is watching. So, that concludes it. Thank you very much for everyone watching my first stream. I look forward to making more stuff. Maybe I'll do something tomorrow. We'll see. I do have some pork in the fridge that is ready to be used, so maybe we can do like a little smoked pork stream or something like that. We'll see what happens. Why does everyone want to see me dance? Being scared of the cops catching me. Yeah. Oh my god. This is a great first stream. Thanks, brothers. You guys are amazing. So, let's see. I can probably scoop this a little over there. So that's the rest of my kitchen. So, lift that up. So, take off some shoes because it's about to get serious, and we're gonna do stew. This would be better if I had music, but I do not. So there we go. That's how I ended my stream. Some dancings. Love you guys. Thank you very much for watching.